pretty well too, with South Summit, Gunnison, and Summit Academy, 3 of their 4. So really 7 of the 8 teams are both from these 2 regions represented in this ball game tonight.
So both the 2 regions represented well, and South Sevier coming into the game after winning last week. It was a walloping over Waterford. They win 39-9, and Waterford didn't have a field goal in that game until the 3rd period, and so South Sevier's defense did a fantastic job. South Summit, a much better team than what they saw last week in Waterford, so you can't expect that same type of game or even that same type of tempo, and things are going to be different for the South Sevier defense, and they have to kind of anticipate that tonight.
Well, they do, because the speed will be different with South Summit. 13 wins in a row. I'll tell you one thing about momentum is when you win and you get on that kind of a streak, I'll tell you, it just builds confidence. It builds that loose feeling, and but both teams going to be nervous. South Summit's seen South Sevier. They know this game's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be close, and I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to not only announcing this game, but to watching this one.
It's going to be a good one, 1.5 minutes away from getting it underway. Let's take a look at the girls' bracket as it stands now. The winner of this game will play the winner of the next game, which is between North Sevier and Summit, taking place right after this one. It's going to be here on KSBC for live coverage. The other 2 quarterfinals, it's Grand against Gunnison at 7:30, and the late game is Emory against Enterprise at 9:10. The winner will play at 12:50 tomorrow. The loser will drop to Constellation and have the early game at 9:30 a.m. And quickly, let's hit the boys' brackets and see what happened earlier today in the first quarterfinal. South Summit defeated Emory 62-48, and then it was Enterprise over Merritt 62-49. The South Sevier Rams defeated Parowan earlier today 49-41, so the Rams will advance and take on the Wasatch Academy Tigers, who defeated Gunnison 89-47. So tomorrow in the boys, it's going to be South Sevier Wasatch Academy at 9:10. That's the late game in the semis, and Gunnison's going to play Parowan at 5:50. That's going to wrap up our Snow College pregame show on KSBC. Thanks for tuning in. Snow has assembled some of the best quality, most affordable, and flexible offerings in online education. Visit Snow online at snow.edu/online. That's snow.edu/online. Okay, we're ready for our starting lineups, and your opening tip-off first. It's the South Sevier Rams. They are the designated visiting team this afternoon. They're in the black jerseys, and your starting lineup for South Sevier brought to you by Centricom Channel 10.
And they're coached by Coach Stuart Hepworth, and tonight they'll start number 11, the sophomore guard, Brielle Chisholm, a junior guard, number 12, Macy Parsons, another junior at forward, Cassie Meekum, she's number 15, a senior forward, Hadley Jensen, she'll wear number 22 tonight, and rounding out that starting 5 tonight for the Lady Rams, number 24, Shani Dustin, she is a senior guard, and that is your South Sevier Rams tonight.
Brought to you by Classic Motors, sponsoring the girls, the Lady Rams this afternoon. Now starters for the South Summit Lady Wildcats. Wearing number 2, a forward senior, is going to be Alicia Lewis. Number 11, a forward junior, is Natalie Nichols. And number 15, a guard, sophomore, Taylor Reedhead. Number 21, guard, she's a junior, is Rachel Reidalch. And number 23, a center, is senior Jamie McNeil. Leading scorer for the Wildcats coming into the game is Alicia Lewis. She's averaging 15 points per game. 318 points on the season. You look at the stats, Curtis, South Summit, not a team that's going to shoot a lot of threes. According to the Deseret News stats, only 9 three-pointers made all season long. 8 of them came from McKay Wollstonhume for South Summit, but this is a team that's going to work inside.
They are, they're methodical. Their coach used to be the boys' coach here, so he's kind of been around. He's won a state championship on the boys' side, and so, they're well coached. South Sevier's well coached. Stewart's done a great job, Hepworth, with these girls, I think, especially on that defensive end. They play really good man-to-man defense. And I'll tell you, this game, I just don't see any chance this game is anything but close.
It's going to be a very good one. We anticipate that, and we're ready to get things underway. Good crowd from both schools, both from Richfield and South Summit here today. Going up for the opening tip-off for South Summit is going to be Natalie Nichols. And for the South Sevier Lady Rams will be Hadley Jensen. South Sevier, a team with a lot of speed, a lot of athleticism for these girls. As the first quarterfinal matchup for the girls set to get underway, the opening tip, ball's in the air. South Summit gets it. Alicia Lewis quickly in the front court, goes to the basket, off the backboard, missed it. Bobbling the rebound, goes to McNeil. She goes up and is fouled, and with 8 seconds, we're going to see Jamie McNeil go to the line. 8 seconds in, that is. and a chance for Jamie to put some points on the board.
Yeah, Hadley Jensen on the foul, but it starts with the missed shot. You know, Alicia got in low, got a good shot. South Sevier didn't box out. Led to a foul and foul shots.
The free throw is on the way, and the first one is missed by Jamie McNeil. She will get one more. The score remains 0-0 early on in the game. Jamie will dribble, sends the second one away. That one is good. It's 1-0, South Summit on top. South Sevier gets the first possession. The Rams down the court. Dribbling to the right side is Shantae Dustin. Bounce to the right elbow to Macy Parsons. Parsons up top, works around to Jensen. Hadley dumps it off to Macy Parsons. Parsons loses control of the dribble, picks it back up though. Rams still hold the basketball. Cassie Meekum to the right side. Chisholm, she's going to drive in, angle, gets under the basket under the hoop, and is able to put it in for 2 points. 2-0 Rams.
Great ball control. She got to the baseline, beat her first girl, got to the glass and scored.
Alicia Lewis gets down to the baseline post and puts up a jumper from 7 feet out and hits it. It's 3-2. South Summit retakes the lead. Rams back the other way. Shandy Dustin with the ball, holding it right wing, dumps it off to Parsons on the right side. Clock hits 7:13. Gives it up to
Brielle Chisholm.
Chisholm works the ball around the arc. Now with it is Dustin. Back to Chisholm. Right wing, clock hits 7 minutes. Nothing inside for the Lady Rams. Holding the ball around the arc. Parsons back to Chisholm. Has the dribble left side. Dumps it off Dustin. Now Dustin makes a move. Drives in. Nothing there. Kicks out. Chisholm for 3. And off the front rim. It gets the shooter's touch and rolls forward. And gets it to drop. 5-3 off the triple.
And Chisholm with all 5 South Sevier points.
South Summit looks to answer. The Wildcats have the ball around the arc. Taylor Reedhead straight down. Gives up the basketball. Nichols left wing. Nichols long pass cross court. Finds Rydolph. Drives in. Nothing. Kick out to Reedhead. Now down low in the post. McNeil goes up, but it's knocked out of her hands, and it's out of bounds. South Sevier defense knocked the ball away. It's going to be Wildcat basketball down low. South Summit to take it out with 6:22 to play in the first period. Steal. Inbound play from the baseline. Trying to bounce it inside to Lewis, and the ball's kicked by South Sevier, so they'll redo that. Still only 1 team foul for South Sevier, 0 for South Summit. High inbound play, dump it off to Nichols. Nichols drives in, has to come back out. Ball now on the free throw line. Kick out to Nichols, left wing. 6:13 is now South Summit will pass around the arc. Deep pass, trying to get inside to McNeil, and it's stolen away by South Sevier. Rams had the basketball. Parsons pushing the ball down the floor. Dumps it off to Dustin. Dustin goes back to Macy Parsons, right wing. 6 minutes on the clock. Macy drives in, tries to bounce out left side, and it's taken away by South Summit this time. And the Wildcats in transition. Alicia Lewis to the hoop, off the glass, no good, but a whistle. And South Summit has Alicia Lewis on the line, and she'll get 2 shots.
And you can see why she averages 15 points a game. She's quick in transition. You know, they list her as being 5'10". They got another girl they list at 6'1", so they're big inside, but she's quick as well.
5:51 on the clock, 2 shots coming for Lewis. First one is away, and that one's good. That cuts the South Sevier lead down to 1. It's 5-4 in favor of the Rams. And Kelby Curtis will come in for South Sevier.
She replaced Hadley Jensen with 2 quick fouls.
One more free throw for Alicia. This to tie it up if she hits it. She does. 5-5. That score check brought to you by Valley Tank Service and Robinson Transport.
Both teams kind of living in this zone right now early. Both.
Shantae Dustin for South Sevier tries to drive in. Can't. Has to stop. Goes to Macy Parsons, left wing. Macy comes in, gets a screen, drives in from the free throw line. Doesn't get the layup to go, though, and the rebound is taken away by South Summit. The Wildcats pushing the ball down the court. Rydolph with it. Rydolph loses the basketball, picked up by South Sevier. Going to the hoop is Jensen. She has to slow down. It's Macy Parsons who got the steal. Has to dump it off behind her to Chisholm.
Nice quick hands for Macy.
Chisholm goes all the way around and finally finds a lane, gets in, and it's another drive for 2 points for Brielle Chisholm.
And she has 7, and South Sevier has 7 right now.
Good ball movement underneath on the other end. Jamie McNeil gets a good feed, and it's tied back up at 7.
Jamie kind of, you know, she looks for that nice post position down there. That time she got it and had nothing but clear skies in front of her.
4:50 to play. Bounce pass down low to Meekum. Kick back out to Chisholm. Nothing there. Ball moving around the arc as Parsons. Again on the post is Meekum. Spins around. Shot is up. Hits the bottom of the backboard and bounces down into the hands of South Summit. And the Wildcats, led by Rydalch, down the court. Reed head. Long pass to Lewis. Right elbow. Drives in. Jumper. Got it. South Summit has the lead. 9-7. And Stuart Hepworth is going to call a South Sevier timeout. We'll take it with him. 4:26 to play in the first period. It's South Summit 9, South Sevier 7. Back in 30 seconds.
Stay in the game with the Emory Telcom Triple Play. Catch all the action with Emory Digital TV. Tons of sports channels, plus TiVo DVR to watch games on your schedule. Track your teams and check out video highlights with extreme internet speeds up to 40 megs. Plus, talk sports all you want with Emory Telcom phone with unlimited local calling. Get the winning combination. Call or click EmoryTelcom.com today for the Triple Play bundle.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KSBC.
Thanks for tuning into the Talk of Mid-Utah for live coverage of the state tournament at the Sevier Valley Center. Duke Dance, Curtis Marsh. It's the first quarterfinal game in the girls bracket where South Summit has a 2-point advantage over South Sevier, currently 9-7. It is South Sevier basketball coming out of the Stuart Hepworth timeout. Down the court is Dustin. She'll give it up, able to find Chisholm. Back to Dustin.
South Summit's switched into a man-to-man right now.
Dustin's going to keep the dribble, goes to the right wing, now finds Macy Parsons on the elbow. Picks up the ball, bounces out, and it's stolen away. She was looking for Meekum. South Summit gets a steal and a quick whistle, and a travel by South Summit quickly off the steal. So that goes back to the Rams, 9-7, midway through the first period. That glance at the scoreboard is brought to you by Wingers, who will have our offensive player of the game.
South Sevier's going to have to do a better job handling the ball right now. A couple of unforced turnovers.
Macy Parsons will inbound baseline, dumps it out to Dustin. Dustin drives in and gets a push, so she'll be fouled. The whistle is on the floor, so it will be an inbound play from the baseline for the Rams. 3:58 still to play in the first. Rams trail by 2.
McKay Woolston-Hume on that foul for South Summit. Ended up being a good foul because it saved a basket as Dustin did score.
Macy Parsons will once again inbound for South Sevier. Looks to her left. Nothing there. Comes back to her right. Finally finds Shantae Dustin. Dustin bounces to Chisholm. Open for 3. Got it. Brielle Chisholm, her second triple from the left side.
10 points for Brielle Chisholm. What a great start for the sophomore.
And it's 10-9. South Sevier back up on top. 3:41 to play in the first period. South Summit with the basketball. Top of the court is Woolston-Hume. Back to the right side to Peterson. Hannah Peterson of South Summit checking into the game. Bounces down low to Lewis. Lewis in the paint. Spins. Shot off glass. No. Rebounds loose. Pulled in by South Summit. Kick out. Woolston-Hume for 3. No good. Ball's loose again. Nichols for South Summit on the putback, and that one's no good. South Summit couldn't convert on 3 offensive boards, and the Rams have it.
They couldn't. Finally, Brielle Chisholm comes down at the rebound for South Sevier.
Dustin across half court, able to find Meekum. Left side, clock gets 3:06 to play in the first. Meekum sets the screen now. Kelby Curtis with the basketball. Kelby tries to go inside to Chisholm. Little miscommunication, it looked like, and the ball sails out of bounds. It's going to be South Summit basketball off the turnover.
Not a bad idea. You know, I think she thought Brielle was going to go baseline.
Brielle instead came back the other way. 2:54 to play in the first. 10-9. Still your score. Rams hold on to the 1-point lead. Wildcats on the other end of the court. Inside to Nichols. Nichols kicked out. Peterson for a long 2 is not going to go down. Took it just outside the right elbow spot. Ball sails out of bounds, and it's going to be 10-9.
Brianna Palmer, 13, will check in for South Sevier. So they have Kelby Curtis, Shanny Dustin, Brianna Palmer, and who do we got down there? Trying to see, we got
Cassie Meekum.
Cassie Meekum and Brielle Chisholm.
Meekum has the basketball now on the right elbow, dumps it off to Palmer. Palmer gets a screen, dribbles around, and it's going to be a moving screen.
You're going to call it on Kelby Curtis out there, setting it and moving.
Say her feet weren't set, so it goes back towards South Summit again. 2:27 to play in the first. Rams still holding on to that 1-point lead, but on defense, up 10-9.
That's the 4th team foul on South Sevier.
Foul check brought to you by Gurney Trucking. Wildcats, top of the court. Woolston-Hume to the right side. has the dribble, picks it up, passes to Sierra Davis. Up top is Wolstenhume, around the arc to go. Nichols, ball movement, up top, back to Nichols, left wing. Nichols takes a dribble, dumps it off right side to Wolstenhume. They continue to pass around the arc, and it's stolen away. Brielle Chisholm on the steal. Chisholm's going to take it coast to coast, and she's covered, loses the basketball, out of bounds off of South Summit. Chisholm was going to try to go all the way down, and two defenders were there. They make the play. The ball's knocked out of her hands and out of bounds, but it's going to be South Sevier basketball.
And Natalie Nichols for the Wildcats did a good job coming back and knocking that ball out of bounds.
Meekum gets the inbound play, goes back to Shanny Dustin. Dustin to Chisholm, wants another three, but it's blocked. That time it doesn't go. Meekum able to pull in the loose ball off the block. She goes to Dustin to reset the offense. They'll get another crack at it with $1:42 to play in the first. Dustin in the right wing, picks up a dribble, bounces down low to Curtis. Curtis spins, shoot, good. Curtis a turnaround jumper outside the paint.
Boy, nice offense. You know, Alicia Lewis had her. She got a good inbound pass and was able to kind of turn, drop step to the baseline and score.
1:23 to play in the first, Rams up by 3. Wolstenhume, top of the key. No dribble, instead goes to Nichols. Right wing, Nichols, cross-court pass, Peterson, jumper, baseline, that was off the back rib, no good. South Sevier on the rebound and then losing it, but a foul. Coming down with the board was Shanny Dustin, and she is fouled from behind, and her attempt to get out.
Anna Peterson kind of bumped her from behind, but South Sevier's done a good job the last 2 or 3 possessions that time. South Summit's trying to beat that zone with that skip pass, trying to, you know, get that ball over the top of that zone, but South Sevier's tightened the weak side defense right now, doing a good job.
South Sevier has the basketball with a minute on the clock before the end of the first. It's 12-9, Rams on top. Top of the key, right elbows Palmer, pivots around, gets out of some trouble, dumps it over. Now Brianna Palmer again, right side, dribbles in, kick out, able to find Chisholm, left wing. Chisholm, no dribble, now comes in left side, baseline. Chisholm to the hoop, on the good, and a foul.
Boy, how she got that shot up, I don't know, but she's going to pick up a foul on McKay Wolstenhume.
What a drive by Brielle Chisholm.
They're going to give that foul to Rachel Wrightalch.
Chisholm goes to the line for the and one. Didn't look like there was any room at all, and it just got tighter the closer she got, but somehow got it up and in.
Yeah, Brielle has 12 points in this first period of play. This could make it 13 points for Chisholm.
Free throw is up, and it's going to be no good. She has 12 of the 14 for the Lady Rams. It's 14-9. South Summit off the missed free throw down the court, finds Wolstenhume. Right wing, clock hits 37 seconds. Wolstenhume's going to travel, and South Sevier gets the basketball back, already up by 5.
Boy, it was 7-7. 14-2 run, 7-2 run right now for the Lady Rams.
All sparked by a couple threes from Brielle. Kelby Curtis with the basketball for South Sevier, comes up left side. Kelby drives in left angle, pops, shot. Ooh, just missed it a little wide.
Yeah, she was defended that time by Alicia Lewis. She did a good job.
Wolstenhume dumps out the ball to Wrightalch for South Summit. They take a three, and that one's going to be long, no good, but South Summit gets the rebound. Bounce pass down low to Davis. And Davis kicks out, jumper from the free throw line's no good. Ball batted and out, knocked out of bounds off of South Sevier. South Summit keeps it. 7.2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the size of South Summit, you know, they're obviously out-rebounding the Rams right now.
South Summit will inbound baseline, 7 seconds to go. Wolstenhume gets it, 5 seconds, around the arc to go, 4 seconds. Now back up top to Wolstenhume, 2. Wolstenhume drives and puts up a shot right at the buzzer. She does get it off just in time, but it's not going to drop in. And that's your end of the first period score, 14-9. South Sevier on top, back in a minute.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Emory Telecom gives you a universe of TV shows, and now TiVo brings you even more. Movies, music, and videos from the web. Get it all in one place and take it anywhere life takes you. Any show, any screen, anywhere. Introducing the TiVo Experience from Emory Telecom. Give us a call, visit emorytelecom.com, or stop by one of our locations to learn more about the TiVo DVR.
Sevier leading South Summit 14-9. as we get the second period underway at the Sevier Valley Center, this quarterfinal matchup. It's going to be South Sevier basketball to open up the period. Shante Dustin with the basketball, right wing, bounces left side. Palmer, good feed down low. Parsons, shot up, a little too strong, no good. South Summit's going to get the basketball back off the rebound.
Well, they got the shot they wanted that time. Just a little bit hard.
Wildcats on the other end, 7:37 to play before half. Jumper from Rydalch is good, baseline, 12 feet away. She sinks it in.
Boy, and the 5'7" guard looked awful sweet. She got her feet under her and got a good look at the basket there.
14-11 is your score now, with South Sevier still ahead, up by 3 in the basketball. Shante Dustin, left side, able to find Chisholm in the right wing. Chisholm holds the basketball, now dribbles up left side. Back to Dustin, around the arc to Palmer. Palmer into the key, Meekum, dribble, shot, ooh, just missed that one again. So close off the backboard, got an open look, couldn't get it to get in. Back the other way, Nichols for South Summit, top of the key, goes right side to Rydalch, long jumpers in and good. Rydalch with her toes on the line for 2.
Boy, back-to-back buckets for her. And if you think about it, Rydalch is to South Summit kind of what Parsons is to South Sevier. It's a great name, great tradition up here. Rydalch's.
14-13, South Sevier's lead's been cut to 1. Left side, Shante drives in, baseline, off the glass, no, gets her own rebound, dribbles, put back is, gonna drop in it good. She gets the bucket and the board off the offensive side.
What a nice effort by Shanny. That way she stuck with it, able to follow her shot.
16-13, 6:20 to play. That score check brought to you by Utah Independent Bank. Ball movement around the outside edges for South Summit. They have it up top now to Reedhead. She'll take a dribble, goes right side to Nichols, clock hits 6:10. Nichols to Rydalch, bounce down low, kicked by South Sevier.
Brielle Chisholm got her feet in the passing lanes that time.
So South Summit will take it out baseline, left side of the backboard. Taylor Reedhead will inbound here. Reedhead holds the ball and looks for an open lane to get to, and she finally does. She finds Jamie McNeil. McNeil goes to Lewis in the paint, spin, shot, good, 16-15. Off the bucket from Alicia Lewis. 5:55 to play in the second. Still at a 1-point game. Time check with the help of Monroe City Power. Here comes Shante Dustin, bounce right side, Palmer. Palmer in the wing, takes a left-hand dribble, goes instead up to Curtis. Back to Palmer. Palmer has it on the elbow. Dumps it off to Chisholm, ball's loose. It was tipped across backcourt, but I don't think Chisholm knew it. She dove to save it and threw it right into the hands of South Summit. Wildcats back on the other end, and getting fouled is Alicia Lewis. It's going to be a reach-in by Brianna Palmer. 5:29 to play in the second, still 16-15. Palmer will pick up her first personal 4th team for South Sevier. Foul check with the help of Barney Trucking. South Summit inbounds, able to find Rydalch. Now Nichols up top, back to Rydalch, comes in angle, shut down by Chisholm. Around the arc to go again. Reedhead goes to the free throw line. Now Rydalch launches a long 2, and she got it again.
Well, that's 3 in a row for Rydalch. Somebody's got to get a hand in her face. And they're getting her the ball in different places. It's designed. A good job by South Summit to get her free.
Shante Dustin comes in left side, puts up the left-handed layup, and it sinks in. South Sevier takes the lead back, 18-17, 4:58 to play. Next score check brought to you by Kimball Roberts CPA. Foul on the other end, trying to go up for the shot. Jamie McNeil in the paint. Shot is no good, but there's going to be a contact call.
Shanny Dustin to pick up that foul, her first.
Timeout taken. Looks like South Summit's going to take this timeout. We'll take it with them. A 30-second timeout. Back after this.
The City of Monroe is proud.
And we pride ourselves in giving the very best customer service.
Centracom has been there for me as I've needed their services.
We can just call and they're very friendly and helpful.
And when we have issues and concerns, they address them as friends.
It's really nice to be able to work with a local company that cares so much.
Just top-notch people, good community members.
Excellent customer service. Just been really happy.
Centracom, 110 years of service.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. It's 18-17 in favor of South Sevier in the first quarterfinals match of the girls bracket. It's Jamie McNeil for South Summit on the line for 2 shots. Jamie will take the first here, takes a dribble, Shot is up and off the back iron and bounces down, but isn't going to fall in. She'll get one more. 4:55 to play in the second. This to tie it up at 18 if Jamie can knock it down. Dribble, shot, that one's in. Tie ball game, 18-18, 4:55 to play. That scoreboard glance is brought to you by Chisholm Dentistry. Macy Parsons, left side, drives in, has the ball taken away, stolen by Nichols, and Nichols is fouled. On the other side, trying to come back down the court.
Kelby Curtis on her second foul.
Clock is stopped now at 4:46. 16 foul for South Sevier. Shots for the rest of the half.
Right now the momentum is kind of South Summit, South Summit's way. South Sevier had the lead. South Summit's come back to tie this game, take a lead, but it's been back and forth since then.
Reedhead for South Summit around the right side goes Nichols. Now a jumper from Lewis off the glass and good inside the left wing, and it's 20-18 Wildcats.
Boy, she's skilled. She, legitimate jump shot there from the right side, and I tell you, she's, she averages 15 a game. You can see why.
Palmer drives in angle, loses control, tries to throw the ball out of bounds off a South Summit player, but it comes back and hits her again before she hits the ground, and it's back to the Wildcats. Midway through the second, 4:10 on the clock, 20-18. South Summit leading. Left side is Lewis. Lewis dumps it off McNeil down low, taken away, stolen by Cassie Meekum. South Sevier basketball. Dustin, right side, bounce to Parsons, open three, take it a little long, no good. Out of bounds, it's going to be back South Summit.
Yeah, Macy got a good look that time. I thought she set her foot just a little bit long. And South Sevier is going to come back into this little 1-2-2 trap. And let's see how South Summit handles the pressure.
It's going to be a mid-court trap. South Summit able to get across the floor. Reedhead with it. Left side is Nichols. Ball moving around the arc. Bounce pass down low. Good feed. Alicia Lewis off the glass. And South Summit, just like that, is up by 4, 22-18.
Yeah, great pass by Sierra Davis that time that got her the ball.
Shantae Dustin, top of the court, comes in left side. Loses the ball out of bounds off of South Summit. Stays with the Rams. Chisholm back into the game for South Sevier.
Brianna Palmer to take a rest. South Sevier down 4.
It is Ram basketball, the inbound baseline. Go to Dustin. Dustin dribbles up top, gets a screen, comes around the right angle. Nothing there, picks up the dribble, dumps it off, able to find Parsons. Sorry, that's Meekum. Meekum back to Dustin. Dustin right wing, 3:13 to play in the second. And the ball's almost thrown away, but it's going to be South Sevier basketball as Natalie Nichols got her hand in the pass lane, and South Sevier will inbound here in front of the Summit bench.
Points hard to come by right now by the Rams.
Still 3:10 to play in the second. Southern Utah University halftime show coming up, 22-18. Crossing over, Shantae Dustin goes to the left, and the ball's knocked out of bounds, this time off of South Sevier, and they get the ball right back. South Summit basketball. Reedhead with it across half court, 2:58 to play. Time check with the help of Andy's Market. Bounce to the elbow, good feed behind the defense, off the glass, good, Natalie Nichols. And it's the largest lead of the game in favor of South Summit, 24-18.
Boy, right now South Summit is just playing well. It was 14-9 South Sevier. Everything's going South Summit's way right now.
Shantae Dustin drives in hard right angle, shot's no good but a foul. She's going to line for 2. We're going to take a 30-second break and be back after this.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
Brianna not able to hit her free throws. Misses both of them from the line. Rebound at South Summit. South Sevier stays in the half-court trap. Wildcats able to break it. They try to go down the floor, and it's stolen away by Meekum. Meekum gets the steal, goes to Dustin. 2:20 to play. Dustin down the court. Palmer, right wing. She's covered. Palmer takes the dribble left side, picks up the dribble, dumps it back over to Meekum. Meekum, Chisholm, left wing. Clock gets 2:07. Chisholm bounces down low corner to Dustin. Dustin will take the dribble up top. Comes back around to the right wing. Hands it off Chisholm. Open lane. Chisholm to the hoop, but can't convert. That one just a little short, drops out.
Had the shot she wanted. That's a shot Brielle will make 9 times out of 10.
South Summit inside-outside movement. Now they go back inside, trip. Player goes down. It's going to be a whistle against South Sevier.
Cassie Meekum. I'll tell you, South Summit does a very good job passing the basketball. Right now, South Sevier's kind of settling to dribble the ball. South Summit's passing the ball.
It's going to put Alicia Lewis on the line for a one-on-one situation here. That's a 17 foul for South Sevier. And it's already a 6-point advantage for the Wildcats. 1:47 to play in the second. Time check brought to you by Sevier Valley Hospital. First free throw is good. Count it. Give her another. 25-18. Increases the lead up to 7. Big run going for the Wildcats. One more coming for Alicia Lewis. Dribble, shot, good. Count them both. It's an 8-point advantage. 26-18. 1:46 to play before half. Shantae Dustin. Bounce left. Kelby Curtis. Clock hits at 1:38. Back to Dustin. Dustin drives in. Elbow. Nothing. Throws the ball away. Trying to go up over the top of Palmer. And again, a miscommunication on the pass. Turnover. South Summit basketball. Chance to make this a double-digit game.
Really struggling right now from the field. It's a long drought right now for South Sevier without points.
Wollstonhume drives in for South Summit. Nothing there. Angle. Comes back out. Reed head. Lobs up top to Davis. Davis can't hit the shot. And it's a rebound by South Sevier. Brianna Palmer gets it. 1:11, and it's Ram basketball.
That was a good defensive stand right now with South Sevier. Under a minute right now. You don't want to go down into double-digit deficit into that halftime.
Dustin goes to Meekum, and Meekum's going to be fouled on the elbow off the pass.
Only the 16th foul on South Summit, so they got 1 to give.
After that foul, it's going to be South Sevier basketball. They'll inbound baseline here. 1:01 on the clock. 26-18. After the scoreboard brought to you by Brooklyn Garden. South Sevier to inbound. Parsons with the basketball. Baseline, able to find Curtis. Curtis goes left side, finds Dustin. Clock hits 56 seconds. Dustin in the right side wing. Bounces left behind her to Palmer. Palmer up top. Now it's Meekum. 48 seconds. Meekum takes a dribble left side. Now up top is Kelby. Kelby picks up the dribble, tries to go inside to Chisholm, and the ball stolen away by South Summit. But taken away again by Dustin. Dustin on the steal, to the hoop, shot, off the glass, no, but a foul. Shantae Dustin to the line for 2. We'll have the results after this break.
As tax season once again approaches, remember Kimball and Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield. Kimball and Roberts will save you time and stress this year when they file your state and federal taxes. The tax professionals at Kimball and Roberts know and understand all the new tax codes and lingo, so you don't have to. They can also help you find deductions and credits that you might miss. Skip the stress and headache and visit Kimball and Roberts at 176 North Main in Richfield or call 896-6488.
Shantae is able to hit both free throws, 26-20, and South Sevier almost gets a steal on the other side as well. Brianna Palmer came flying out of nowhere to get a long pass, but it flies out of bounds, but the lead's been cut to 6. Wildcat basketball, half-court press remains for South Sevier. Summit able to break it. Down low to right side, and a whistle's going to be blown. That's going to be a South Sevier foul.
It's going to be a kick, I think. They're going to call a kick on Brielle Chisholm. That's too bad because she could have come up with that without the kick, I think.
South Summit will inbound baseline. They go up top to Reed head. Down left is Nichols. Nichols has the ball knocked out away from her, but picks it back up. Gets rid of the basketball, able to find Reed head. Back to Nichols. Nichols at half court, dribbles. Reed head. Pressure was there from the South Sevier defense. Cross court pass to Wollstonhume. Now a jumper on the way. High off the back rim, no good. South Summit rebounds. Peterson on the putback, no. Again a rebound by Peterson, no. And finally Cassie Meekum comes up with a defensive board. Quickly down the court. Ill-advised full court pass, and it's easily taken by South Summit. 1 second. South Summit can't get the shot off to end the half. It's actually knocked out of bounds with 0.4 seconds on the clock. And South Summit will just get a less than half a second.
Less than half a second. All you can do is a tip.
They'll go up top, and the shot not able to get out before the buzzer. Halftime score, South Summit outscores South Sevier in the second period is 26-20. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm Mikat Hodges, your customer service representative. and I am your local advantage.
Mike Barker, plant maintenance and repair.
I'm Micah Iverson, Director of Broadcast Operations for ETV Channel 10.
We are your local advantage.
We are your local advantage.
We are your local advantage.
Emory Telecom, your neighbors serving you by providing convenient local customer service centers where you need them in Price, Orangeville, and Moab. Emory Telecom, your local advantage.
All about the great deals that you find at Andy's Market in Monroe. What you might not know about is the weekly Saturday night special at Treasure Mountain Grill located inside Andy's Market. Or did you know that every month Andy's Market has a 1-minute shopping spree? Each month, one lucky Andy's Market customer gets 1 minute to fill their cart with as much food as possible, and then it's theirs for free. Do your shopping and enter for free at Andy's Market, home of the 1-minute shopping spree.
Sevier Valley Medical Center serves people with medical needs in Richfield and the surrounding communities by providing excellence in a wide range of quality inpatient and outpatient services, from dialysis to emergency care to home care and hospice to respiratory therapy. Sevier Valley Medical Center is growing and expanding as they continue to provide the best health care for Sevier, Wayne, and Paiute counties.
Here at Brooklyn Garden in Elsinore, we are gearing up for spring and summer. We have already started planting and the seedlings are up and doing great. Spring is just around the corner, so you can plant some of the cold hardy vegetables like cabbage and broccoli, plus some spring flowers like pansies. Our first load of trees and bushes will be here March the 1st. Spring is coming, so drive out to Brooklyn Garden just south of Elsinore for your spring planting supplies.
Hometown Realty in Monroe is proud to sponsor the South Sevier Lady Rams in this year's state championship tournament, and they would like to wish the Lady Rams success this postseason. Hometown Realty is here to serve all of your real estate needs around Sevier County. For a list of properties from Hometown Realty, stop by their office in Monroe at 96 North Main Street or call Judy Hamlin at 201-0801. That's 201-0801. Hometown Realty, a proud supporter of South Sevier Athletics.
Winners always seem to find a way to gain an advantage. You should gain an advantage in life by preparing with an education at Southern Utah University. Each student builds their own personal experience at SUU to prepare them for their unique future. They are guided, coached, and encouraged by gifted faculty and staff who offer personal attention to each student's experience. Enjoy the education that gives you a winning edge. Get the experience of a lifetime at Southern Utah University. Complete coverage of local high school sports on
KSBC. Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. Duke Games, Curtis Marsh with you live on KSBC for your Southern Utah University halftime show, where you get involved in your education and experience more. Learn more at suu.edu. 6:41 to play, or still to go in your halftime, where it's 26-20. South Summit leading the South Sevier Lady Rams right now. Curtis, South Sevier, we knew this was going to be a close game, and it has been back and forth. But that second period was all South Summit.
Yeah, it was a 14-9 South Sevier lead at the end of one period. And after that, South Sevier really struggled to score. Only 6 points in the third period, where they gave up, 17 points to South Summit. They're going to have to come back strong in that third period. One thing they did do was there was a breaking point where I thought that perhaps South Summit could go into double digits, and South Sevier able to finish that last 2 minutes well of the second period.
They also went into that half-court trap when that lead started to build as well. That definitely slowed down the offensive attack from South Summit.
It is. I'm impressed with South Summit's ability to pass the basketball. And, the girl, Alicia Lewis, she's the real deal. She's a good player. I'll tell you, she can score in a lot of different ways. She can score down low. She can score outside. She's got a legitimate jump shot. She's going to be a girl that we're going to have to stop. But Rydalch, 3 in a row for South Summit.
Some jumpers.
And so South Sevier's got their work cut out, but they've been down at halftime and come back and won games before, and they're going to have to do it again to advance to tomorrow's semifinal game.
26-20, your Southern Utah University halftime score. We're going to take another halftime break here, back in 3 minutes.
Affordable.
Fun.
Cutting edge.
Progressive.
Creative.
Fulfilling.
Energetic.
Innovative.
Passionate.
Inviting.
With compound rankings by CNN Money, bestschools.org, Washington Monthly and the Aspen Institute, Snow College is the #1 college in the nation.
Celebrating 125 years of excellence. Visit snow.edu.
How many internet-connected devices are in your home? Computers, smartphones, tablets, iPods, even your game consoles like Xbox and more share the internet and make it seem slow. Centricom high-speed internet with speeds up to 50 megs will help your devices work faster. Call Centricom now to get the speed you need for all your devices at 1-800-427-8449 or visit Centricom.com for more information.
The new 2015 Duramax is here, and you can check it out at High Country Auto Center in Richfield. This truck has a new body style and interior. You can also check out the 2014 Chevrolet Spark. The Spark gets 39 miles per gallon and has power windows and cruise control, and it could be yours for as low as $225 a month. These and other great cars and trucks could be your next ride from High Country Auto Center, 120 South Main Street in Richfield.
I'm Sid with Valley Tank Service. If you have a septic system, you have a significant investment, which some folks don't think much about until it gives them trouble. Responsible homeowners know that getting the life their system was designed to provide requires regular maintenance. Well, Valley Tank Service has been taking care of wastewater systems around here for 30 years. Won't you consider putting our experience to work for you? Call me at 896-4021. Thanks.
The management and employees of Robinson Transport in Salina are proud to sponsor this sports broadcast. Robinson Transport continues their efforts to help keep the local economy strong and supply the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. For the best in topsoil, gravel, construction equipment, and concrete work, see Robinson Transport, joining in the effort to make Sevier and Sanpete a great place to live. And remember, please drive safely. From Robinson Transport in Salina.
Wingers, we got tired of people thinking of us as just a wing joint. So we're changing our name to Wingers Roadhouse Grill. And to celebrate, we are now offering our new Fast Finger Lunch. You'll get an endless salad, our world-famous sticky fingers, steak fries, and a soft drink. It's all endless, and it's only $8.99. The Fast Finger Lunch. Salad, sticky fingers, fries, and a drink. Only $8.99, and only at Wingers Roadhouse Grill.
Your source for high school sports.
KSBC. And it's Duke Gans, Curtis Marsh for your Southern Utah University halftime show. Experience more from your education. Explore a higher education with a difference. Experience SUU. Curtis, let's take a quick look at the stat sheet. Some of the things that jumped right out to us was the rebound differential. 14 for South Summit, only 4 for South Sevier, and that's your 6-point difference.
Yeah, 14, 10 plus in the rebound category for South Summit. And that's led to 22 shots versus 17 shots for the Lady Rams. 5 additional shots, and you're going to get those when you out-rebound your opponent by 10. South Sevier's got to keep South Summit off the glass. They got to do a better job in rebounding the basketball. South Sevier shot okay, 47%. It's a good shooting percentage for the half for the Lady Rams, but 5 less shots at the basket.
Brielle Chisholm's off to a good start for South Sevier. 12 points out of her, 2 of those off a 3-pointer. You also have 6 points from Shantae Dustin. Kelby Curtis has a couple, and that's all you're scoring. 18 of South Sevier's 20 points have come from Brielle and Shantae, so you're hoping that those two continue to score, but also get some help elsewhere.
Well, only 3 girls in the scoring column. You think Dustin and Chisholm, 18 of the 20 points. South Sevier's got to do a better job getting the ball into everybody's hands in scoring positions like that. But they're only down 6, 26-20, and I'm sure Coach Hepworth's talked about that disparity on the rebounding, and I'm sure that we'll see if they can get off to a better start rebounding the basketball in the third period.
It's going to wrap up your Southern Utah University halftime show. We appreciate you tuning in. Learn more at SUU.edu. We're going to take a 30-second break and back right after this.
Livestockman. Look up synonyms for knowledgeable and reliable livestock hauling in the dictionary, and you'll find Gurney Trucking right on top as expected. Next, you'll find Neckover brand gooseneck livestock trailers, and then a footnote. Footnote says Gurney Trucking sells Neckover gooseneck trailers, so the livestock hauler has one source for contract hauling or do-it-yourself hauling. Oh yeah, Gurney Trucking is now hiring qualified drivers. Call Gurney Trucking 529-3831, 529-3831.
Starting off the second half of play, and then South Sevier quickly comes out in a half-court press, and the ball's knocked out of bounds, but it will be a foul. Nope, no foul, just knocked out off of Chisholm.
Well, I don't know, it went off Whitehead. The ball went out of bounds, but I thought it was a foul. But they're just going to give the ball to South Summit.
They'll re-inbound here, go to Lewis up top. Lewis down to the left side, gives up the basketball. South Sevier's defensive intensity much more stingent to open up the second half. Good ball movement again, though, by South Summit. Gets an open look, shot is up, no good. Rebounded by South Summit again. Reedhead on it, kick out. And the ball's going to be wrapped up in a reach-in call is what they're going to get. They're going to call Dustin on that.
Looks like Dustin got a lot of ball that time, just reaching in and tried to tie that ball up. Second foul on Shanny Dustin.
7:30 to play in the third period still. Plenty of time and only a 6-point game. And the defensive intensity still in that half-court trap for South Sevier, but the ball movement for South Summit is still good, but a travel. This time they're able to trap in the corner Rachel Rydalch. She looked around but couldn't find anybody. Takes an extra step, and the Rams force a turnover.
South Sevier, good defensive stop now. Need to get back in. They need to get scoring from a lot of different girls. They need to pass the ball.
Cassie Meekum has the ball now up top, left side, able to dump it off to to Dustin. Dustin drives in, angle baseline, no. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by South Summit. South Summit down the floor. Taylor Reedhead with the basketball, has the dribble, picks it up, dumps it off. Back to Reedhead now. Long court pass, caught in the paint, kick out. Rachel Rydalch drives in, off the glass, no, but another South Summit rebound, put up no good. Ball's knocked out of bounds. South Sevier basketball, but another offensive board before that went out.
Where they attack the glass, and I'll tell you, you're going to have to not only box them out, but you got to hold your ground, keep them off there.
26-20 remains to score. Both teams scoreless. A minute 15 into the third period. Jensen up top for South Sevier. Holds the basketball. Now goes to Dustin. Gets the screen. Dustin up top to Chisholm. Fakes a three. Stops. Passes. Bounce to Meekum. Meekum bounces back out to Chisholm. Her defender falls down. Goes to Meekum. Meekum in the paint. Goes instead to Parsons. Parsons for three. And it's off the back iron. No good. South Summit on the rebound.
Good look by Macy. That's two good looks she's had at 3 points just off the back.
South Summit quickly down the floor, and they score in transition. Alicia Lewis in the paint, 28-20.
Boy, 17 for Alicia Lewis, and I'll tell you, she has surpassed her scoring average already in this third period.
6 minutes to go. That's the first bucket of this half. Ball swatted out of bounds off of South Sevier. I'm going to say Dustin touched it last. It was knocked out of her hands, and it will be South Summit basketball. Only one team foul for the Rams at this point, none for South Summit. That foul check brought to you by Hometown Realty. South Summit down the court. Lewis, left side, able to dump it off to Rydalch. Rydalch now on the right. Kick over to Reedhead. Now Rydalch tries to drive in. Angle shut down. Can't get there. Over to Reedhead. Reedhead has the dribble. Bouncing. Now left side. Lewis in the wing. She drives in. Nothing. Meekum there on the defense. Dumps it off. Jumper off the glass. No good.
Good rebound by Parsons there. Yep. Macy did a good job clearing that time, and South Sevier's got a good chance to score in transition.
Quickly down the court to Hadley Jensen, and she's hacked on the way up. We'll see two shots from Hadley. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Our emphasis has always been on first-name friendly service with a hometown touch. We know you, and you know us. Hometown people helping each other grow. We're here to serve all your banking needs. Utah Independent Bank, member FDIC, hometown people, hometown spirit.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Good work from Hadley Jensen, 2 for 2 from the line there, and it's 28-22. South Summit with the basketball now. Reedhead loses the basketball at half court, taken away by Dustin. Shante up, shot, no good, gets a rebound. Rebound actually by Parsons. Macy can't go up again. Dumps the ball out to Palmer. Palmer not able to do anything with it. Has to give it up back to Parsons. Now back to Palmer. Actually, that's Meekum. Now goes backside. Layup off the glass. Dribble penetration. Macy Parsons for 2. Cuts the lead to 4.
What a nice move by Macy. She just kind of split 2 defenders. And she comes up with a steal.
Ball's knocked out of bounds. It should be.
Yeah, that's going to be off.
South
that's
Sevier.
off. Oh, no.
Neither official was in position. And they're just going to make a call towards South Summit. It was clearly off
right there.
Yeah, clearly happened right in front of us. Clearly off of South Summit. Neither official. They were kind of boxed out. Couldn't see.
You know, if you can't see it, that's when you come up with a jump ball. Alternating possession. They got a little blood on that play as Natalie Nicholas is going to have to take off, and she's going to be replaced by Hannah Peterson.
So it will be South Summit basketball. They're going to inbound in the backcourt, go to Reedhead. 4:52 to play in the third. Time check for Centricom Channel 10. Trap defense, almost gets a steal, but a reaching call. It's going to be against, I believe, Dustin. Is what they may call this one on.
They're going to call it on Brielle Chisholm. That's her first.
Only the second team foul as well, and South Summit will inbound here. Rams battle back into an inbound play and a foul.
And that was a foul.
Yeah, that was a
We're not going to argue that.
Trying to go up for the steal, it was Macy Parsons. Thought she had an open lane, but South Summit did a good job closing in on the lane offensively, and Parsons just ran into the player. Still only the third team foul, but now you have 4:44 to play in the third, and the fouls add up. Inbound play, jumper, Meekum, baseline, no good, but a rebound by Reedhead. South Summit keeps the basketball, and then they lose it out of bounds. Hannah Peterson lost handle, and it's South Sevier basketball. 4:38 to play, 28-24.
South Sevier can cut that lead down to 2 right now, 28-24, halfway through the third period.
Time check for Classic Motors. Up top is Hadley Jensen. Pivots around, left side. Shuttle pass to Dustin. Dustin goes back to Jensen. Open look off the glass. Drops. No, it doesn't. Takes a wrong bounce. And it goes down to South Summit.
They ran the pick and roll, just picture perfect that time. Dustin to Jensen, but she was unable to get that layup to drop.
Peterson to Lewis. Jumper from the elbow is good, and a foul from behind. What a shot from Alicia Lewis. Having one of the best games of her season at the line for the and one.
Boy, she's just a nice player. A lot of schools are going to be glad that this young lady is a senior.
Every school but South Summit. 4:11 to play in the third. One more shot coming for Alicia. Up good. Extends the lead back up to 7, 31-24. That's the fourth team foul for South Sevier. South Sevier, Dustin in trouble, has to get rid of the basketball, able to find Chisholm. Chisholm across half court. Down low, back to Dustin, right wing. Clock hits 3:59. Ball movement around the arc. Now Dustin has it again. She'll take a dribble, step back, now come forward into the wing. Tries to drive in, shut down, able to find Meekum. Meekum back to Dustin, 3:47 to play in the third period. Shanny Dustin to the right, to Parsons. Parsons holds the basketball, bounces to the elbow to Meekum. Now back to Parsons. Patiently on offense. Rams still right in this thing. Getting a screen as Parsons goes over to Meekum. Meekum jumper, and she got it. Cassie Meekum throwing it up from the elbow for 2.
Good shot, cuts that lead back to 5.
31-26, South Summit in transition and a travel. Too many steps for Sierra Davis. And the Rams get the ball back, down by 5. 3:18 to play in the third. Time check brought to you by Valley Tank Service.
Natalie Nichols back in the lineup for the Wildcats.
Shanny Dustin able to get it over to Chisholm. Chisholm bounces and a tough pass. Macy Parsons not able to handle it. Out of bounds, unforced turnover, 31-26, Summit basketball.
South Summit in that trap, kind of similar to South Sevier's.
Wildcats, now the Rams get a steal. Parsons with it across half court, has to slow down, goes to Chisholm, right corner. At half court, now dribbles in the wing, and a whistle, and it's going to be against South Summit, trying to push off against Chisholm. That's the second team foul is all, and the first personal against Natalie Nichols. Stops the clock, 2:56, time check with the help of Robinson Transport. Baseline bounce pass inside to Dustin. Actually now comes outside, and Dustin will take a dribble, top of the court. They'll set the offense. Left is Jensen. Jensen pivots, passes. Dustin drives in. Baseline, got it to go. What a drive. Shandy Dustin for 2.
Boy, she's quick as a cat. She got there that time. Thought they were going to run the pick and roll. Instead, she just took it all away.
Getting tripped up and falling down, knocked out of bounds. Alicia Lewis, the ball's off of her, and it's going to be a turnover. And South Summit's going to put up the pressure defense now, but South Sevier's cut into the lead. It's a 3-point game now with 2:32 to play in the third, 31-28.
1-3-1, that's a different look that South Summit's showing them.
South Summit pressuring. South Sevier breaks the pressure. Able to find Dustin, right wing now. Down low into the corner is Jensen. Back up to Dustin. 2:18 to play in the third. Time check with the help of wingers. Dustin has the ball knocked away from her, out of bounds. Natalie Nichols got her fingers on it. It will stay with South Sevier. They're going to take it out the front court side. 2:13 in the third. Throwing the ball away on the inbound, looking for Dustin, thrown away by South Summit, down the floor, up in good. Points off of turnovers are big as Cassie Meekum gets 2.
Boy, and that's 2 turnovers just like that into the backcourt that have led the layups. Right when South Sevier can get within 1, 5-point lead for the Wildcats.
Here's Chisholm, open for 3, squares up, can't get it off, but the extra pass has Parsons open. She can't get it, rebounded and put back in and good, and a foul. No foul, but Hadley Jensen gets a board and a bucket, 33-30.
Nice weak side rebound that time off the miss by Parsons for Jensen.
1:42 to play in the third. Rams battling in the trap defense now. Clock hits 1:37. Wildcats break the pressure. Jumper from the baseline by Davis is long. South Summit rebound shot, no, but a foul. We're going to see Natalie Nichols go to the line for 2 for the Wildcats. Back in 30 seconds.
The City of Monroe is proud to have its own power company and to support South Sevier athletics. Monroe City Power delivers nice, bright lights for every South Sevier athletic event at home. Having a public power company enables Monroe City to provide community improvements that could not be afforded otherwise, while keeping rates down at the same time. The City of Monroe and Monroe City Electric Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors.
She looked better there.
Free throw is missed on the first for Natalie Nichols. The second one is good. So South Summit now has a 4-point lead, 34-30. South Sevier basketball with 1:24 to play in the third period. Left side for South Sevier is Palmer. Holds the basketball. Now she dribbles. Comes up to the right wing. Gets to the free throw line. Has the ball knocked away, but picks it up. Able to get rid of it. Dumps it off. Just Dustin. Dustin in the paint. Now to Palmer. Outside. Clock hits 1:08. Ball movement to the baseline. Jensen bounces back up to Palmer. Palmer has the dribble. Tries to go in, but can't. Finds Chisholm. Ball's knocked out. But coming up with it is Palmer. South Sevier still has the basketball. Dustin in the right wing. Clock under a minute. Driving in is Palmer. No, Meekum.
She's going to pick a foul on Sierra Davis on the reach in.
And that's going to be on the floor. No shots. Only the fourth team foul also to South Summit.
They're going to bring in Jamie McNeil back in the 6'1" center, because that's the third foul on Davis.
I think that's only actually the third team foul. Foul check brought to you by Wingers. Inbound play, beautiful to Dustin. Shot is not there, but a foul. It was a good look. Brianna Palmer bounced it in perfect to Dustin. Dustin to the line for 2, back in 30 seconds.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
Dustin's going to hit both free throws. Cut the lead down to 2, 46 seconds. South Summit back the other way in the third period, up by 2. Long 2 on the way, jumper baseline, no good, and a nice box out and rebound by Palmer.
What a super play by Brianna, because that time, you know, South Summit had that rebound easy on the weak side, and she came in and boxed her out.
A chance for South Sevier to tie it here on this possession. Meekum with it at the free throw line. Able to dump it off to Dustin. Dustin loses the ball on the court. She goes down to get it, has to give it away, is able to, and a timeout called first by Stuart Hepworth before something bad happened there. It is going to be South Sevier basketball when we come back in 30 seconds.
As tax season once again
The
approaches.
Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
South Sevier is going to have the basketball after that timeout. And only down by 2. A chance to tie this one up to finish off the period. 34-32 your score. Brought to you by Gurney Trucking. South Sevier will inbound baseline. Palmer will throw it in. Nothing there. Has to get rid of it. Able to finally bounce to Meekum. Meekum back out to Palmer. Clock at 17 seconds. Good feed down low. Meekum shot up. No. But the rebound. Putback is not going to drop. But South Sevier gets another board. Putback is again missed. And this time South Summit gets it. Couldn't hit those shots. South Summit in transition. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 3 at the buzzer is no good. South Sevier can't get those buckets to drop at the end of the period, but they battled themselves back into this one. They outscore South Summit by 4 in that period. Back in a minute.
Stay in the game with the Emory Telecom Triple Play. Catch all the action with Emory Digital TV. Tons of sports channels, plus TiVo DVR to watch games on your schedule. Track your teams and check out video highlights with extreme internet speeds up to 40 megs. Plus, talk sports all you want with Emory Telecom phone with unlimited local calling. Get the winning combination. Call or click emerytelecom.com today for the Triple Play Bundle.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center to open up the 4th period in this first quarterfinal game of the girls. South Sevier trailing South Summit by 2, but they do have the basketball, 34-32. South Sevier on their end of the floor. Palmer is going to travel and a quick turnover. That's not how you wanted to start, and Palmer knows it. She cringes as she walks away from that one.
Kind of an unforced error that time, trying to get the ball down low. South Sevier in the 1-2-2, kind of that X trap.
South Summit basketball, 7:45 to play in the game. Chisholm almost gets a steal. Oh boy, had she gotten that, it goes out of bounds off her fingers, but had she gotten that, she was off to the races. Off and running to tie this one up. But it is Wildcat basketball, but it's still on the other end. Coming up with is Palmer. Palmer loses control of the basketball. Now she picks it up. Can't get to the hoop, though. They'll reset the offense. South Sevier basketball off the steal, down by 2.
Nice anticipation by Brianna to get that steal.
Up top is Meekum. Meekum bounce to Dustin, left wing, 7:27. Dustin picks up the dribble. Now it goes right side, able to find Jensen. Jensen, Palmer, holds the basketball down low, now has the dribble left side, bounces over, and a good look, but the pass wasn't quite there and goes out of bounds. Hadley Jensen was the intended recipient of that one, and it's another turnover. Score remains 34-32. Score check brought to you by Utah Independent Bank.
South Sevier doesn't want to let this window close right now. They got an opportunity.
Ball stolen away by Dustin. Dustin has it down low baseline, takes it up, shot, foul, no good. But Shanny Dustin going to the line after the steal and the foul.
Boy, if I was South Summit, I'd argue that because it looked like a pass to Parsons, and they're going to say shooting 2.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to put Dustin on the line for 2 shots here.
Great move by Shanny that time. She got the ball. She got such quick hands.
First one is good. Big shots. This one cuts the lead to 1. Gets another one to tie this game up once again. Dribble, shot, off the front rim, no good. It remains a 1-point game, rebounded by Jamie McNeil. McNeil has the dribble, picks it up, dumps it off. Pressure was put on by Dustin. Dustin going for another steal.
They're going to get a 10-second call if they don't get that ball off.
They are able to get across midcourt, now down low to Nichols. Nichols comes back out, 6:54 to play in the game. It's only a 1-point lead for South Summit. Reedhead. Down low, good move by McNeil off the glass, but couldn't finish. Gets a rebound, put back, no good again. South Summit another rebound, and that time it drops in. Alicia Lewis finally cleans it up.
Boy, 3 good looks that time for South Summit.
Now South Sevier trails by 3. Score check brought to you by Monroe City Power. Chisholm on the right wing, goes up to Parsons up top. Clock hit 6:28. Parsons drives in. Ooh, may have gotten away with a carry there. Able to give it over to Dustin. Dustin has the ball taken away from her, but picks it back up. Defender falls down. Numbers, Chisholm, right side jumper. Jensen is not going to drop in, and the rebound is lost, taken away by South Summit. Summit in transition. Reedhead pushing the ball, bounce left side. Woolston Hume is going to miss on a long jumper.
Macy Parsons cleans it up on the rebound.
Still 6 minutes to play, only a 3-point disadvantage now for the Rams. Here's Dustin, picks up the dribble. Down low to Jensen, posts up. Good move by Jensen. Oh, but she can't get it to go. What a post move. Just doesn't drop off the glass. Points in the paint not coming for the Rams. Just not there.
There's nothing easy right now for him.
Long pass over to Wilson Hume for South Summit. South Summit bounces left side. Reedhead now elbow. Lewis jumper. No good. Ball's knocked around. Going to be out of bounds off of South Summit. It'll be there. Curtis, you look back at this game, there's 4 or 5 opportunities that you can think of, some good looks that the Rams have had in the paint that just haven't dropped. They could have easily had the lead here.
Boy, a few layups here and there.
You've heard all about the great deals that you find at Andy's Market in Monroe. What you might not know about is the weekly Saturday night special at Treasure Mountain Grill located inside Andy's Market. Or did you know that every month Andy's Market has a 1-minute shopping spree? Each month, one lucky Andy's Market customer gets 1 minute to fill their cart with as much food as possible, and then it's theirs for free. Do your shopping and enter for free at Andy's Market, home of the 1-minute shopping spree.
2 for 2.
It's Macy Parsons on the line. She's able to hit the first 2 out of 3. One more, this will tie it up. 5:14 to play. Parsons, shot, that one won't drop. Cuts the lead down to 1 though. South Summit working against the South Sevier defense, trying to get across half court to do. 5 minutes to play in the game. It's a 1-point game. Barney Trucking with that score up time check. Left side is Nichols. Picks up the dribble. Ball movement, inside, outside. Going inside, Alicia Lewis, and that's what they call.
They're going to call an offensive foul on her.
They do.
Yeah.
Goes the other way. Lewis picks up the offensive whistle. So South Sevier will get it back. Timeout taken by South Summit. We'll take one as well. Back here in Richfield in a minute.
Sevier Valley Medical Center serves people with medical needs in Richfield and the surrounding communities.
And now, TiVo brings you even more. Movies, music, and videos from the web. Get it all in one place and take it anywhere life takes you. Any show, any screen, anywhere. Introducing the TiVo Experience from Emory Telcom. Give us a call, visit emorytelcom.com, or stop by one of our locations to learn more about the TiVo DVR.
And we pride ourselves in giving the very best customer service.
Centracom has been there for me as I've needed their services.
We can just call and they're very friendly and helpful. And when we have issues and concerns, they address them as friends.
It's really nice to be able to work with a local company that cares so much.
Just top-notch people, good community members.
Excellent customer service. Just been really happy.
Centracom, 110 years of service.
Utah's sports leader,
KSBC. Got a good one going on here at the Richfield Sevier Valley Center, the 2A quarterfinals for girls basketball state tournament. South Sevier basketball, but trailing South Summit 36-35. Only a 1-point game.
Where they haven't had a lead since it was 18-18 tied. It's been all South Summit since then.
Driving in, Macy Parsons off the glass and a good. There it is, the points in the paint they've been looking for. And it's a South Sevier lead, 37-36. Down the other way quickly comes South Summit trying to break the Ram press. Getting around, Reed Head in the paint, in a good, and the lead quickly, just like that, back to the Wildcats.
But what a tough shot. That wasn't an easy shot, Duke, and right off the glass.
38-37 with 4:20 to play. Score check for Kimball Roberts, CPA, supporting the Rams tonight. Faking a 3 and then actually going up with an up and down travel call. Macy Parsons thought she had an open look, saw the defense close, and it just got caught in the air. Turns it over. South Summit basketball up by 1 on the Wildcats. Half a period left to play in this game. Long pass goes over the head of Reedhead, but she tracked it down. Half-court trap remains in place for South Sevier. Go inside, stolen away, batted around by Jensen. South Sevier comes up with it. Dustin in transition to the hoop. Loses control of the basketball. Out of bounds. She went up with it.
I don't know how that could have been a foul.
Nothing there as the ball gets knocked around and out. I guess they'll say it was all ball.
Boy, that was a foul. I mean, it's a lot of lower body contact when a girl's going in for a layup.
Jumper from Lewis. Nope, she'll travel. She faked the jumper and then drove in from the free throw line.
Not a lot of girls at a high school level have what you call a legitimate jump shot. This young lady for South Summit, she does.
Good form. Able to push them in. 38-37. South Summit still up by 1 with 3:40 to play in the game. That glance at the scoreboard for Chisholm Dentistry. 17 fouls right now for South Summit as Dustin finds an open lane. Shot up good on the foul. Put Shante Dustin on the line for the and one. It's a 1-point lead right now for one more coming.
That was a tough shot for her. I didn't think she's going to be able to get there. On the left side, went back to the right hand, able to score. South Sevier up 1.
South Summit's going to take a timeout ahead of these free throws. We'll take one as well. Back in a minute.
Hometown
The men and
Realty
women
in
of
Monroe.
Nielsen Construction pride themselves in taking care of their customers wherever and whenever they are needed. They provide service in the fields of heavy excavation, road construction, concrete operations, crane operations, welding, and much more. Their trucking division provides coal service hauling for area coal mines, and their fleet of heavy hauling transports provides overside load transportation for a long list of customers who need material delivered safely and on time. Nielsen Construction is locally owned and a proud supporter of the athletic departments in Carbon, Emery, and Grand County. No matter the size of the project, Nielsen Construction has the experience, equipment, and manpower to get the job done.
With 5 locations in Carbon, Emery, and Uinta counties, Pro Rehab Physical Therapy is committed to providing its customers with the highest quality care available. Come to Pro Rehab for treatment of painful conditions, recovery of function, and injury prevention. Contact Pro Rehab at 613-1500 or swing by its location at 590 East, 100 North in Price. Go to ProRehabPT.com for a list of office locations. Pro Rehab Physical Therapy. Come as patients. Leave as friends.
KSBC. Shante Dustin on the line for South Sevier. Chance to take a 2-point advantage for the Rams if she can hit this, and she will. Ball rattled around but rolled in, and it's a 3-point play after that free throw. 4-38, Rams on top. Open lane, Natalie Nichols drives in, instead dumped it off to Davis. Her shot is good, we're tied up. 40-40 the score. Score check for Andy's Market, who will have our defensive player of the game. Chisholm right angle, takes a 3. She's got 2 already. Give her 3. Chisholm, we just talked about Curtis in that breakout. She's been quiet.
Well, she had 12 early, a little quiet there, but boy, South Sevier needed that one.
Whistle on the other end on the defensive side is going to go against Dustin on the pressure.
I think they're going to give it to Hadley, and that's her 3rd. But she's done a good job because she had 2, at halftime, Duke?
Yeah.
So only 3. No real foul troubles going down the stretch for either team. What a shot by Brielle to give South Sevier a 3-point advantage.
43-40 with 3 minutes to play. Here's Nichols, top of the court for South Summit. Able to find Rydalch. Rydalch spins around in the right wing. South Sevier still putting on that pressure defense. Rydalch has to get rid of it. Over to find Nichols. Ball movement around. Good ball movement. South Summit loses the basketball, but it's going to be a reach-in foul by Macy Parsons. Boy, this Summit team, they pass the ball. They do it well.
That's going to be a 1-and-1 right now, and find out if South Summit right now can make foul shots. Rydalch hasn't missed a lot tonight. She hasn't shot a lot, but very effective in the minutes she's played.
First free throw on the way is off the back iron, no good. Box out rebound from Jensen. South Sevier maintains a 3-point advantage. 2:42 to play in the 4th. Crossover move by Dustin. Dumps off to Chisholm. Chisholm around the other side, comes in left angle, puts up a wild shot, doesn't get it to go, rebounded, brought in by Parsons. Parsons goes up, and it won't go again. Volleyballing the rebound out of bounds off of South Sevier. And it's going to be South Summit basketball.
Good effort by South Sevier, but boy, I'll tell you, I don't recall a game where we've struggled with points in the paint tonight.
They've been tough to come by.
They have by. And then credit South Summit, they're a good defensive ball club and down low.
Nichols, left side for the Wildcats, gets rid of the basketball, goes Rydalch in the wing. Clock hits 2:15. Time check with the help of Sevier Valley Hospital. Now Rydalch, left side. Nichols, top of the court. Reed head. 2:08 to play. Baseline drive, Rydalch shut down. Good defense, steal. No, ball's loose. Going to go out of bounds off of South Sevier stage with the Wildcats.
Kind of picked right off Dustin's back. Dustin reaches down and picks up Tara Reedhead. A lot of respect there.
2 minutes, 2 seconds to go. Brought to you by Brooklyn Garden. Driving in is Reedhead. Kick out, Rydalch. Jumper baseline is up and no good. Rebounded by Meekum.
Good job by Cassie. We're going to have a timeout. I think he thought she was tied up there. Good timeout by Hepworth.
South Sevier timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll be back here in a minute with 1:49 to go.
This is Justin. He's getting some help for his dog. At Rocky Mountain Power, we think working together is the best way to find answers. It's vital to providing power 24/7. Working together as a company, we produce and deliver electricity the instant you need it. And that's an answer as dependable as your best friend.
Find out more about our customer service guarantees at RockyMountainPower.net.
Before leaving on your next trip, stop off at BK Stop and Shop in Huntington for everything you need on your drive. Grab some fresh fried or baked favorites and choose from an array of beverage selections. Find yourself late at work and need dinner quick? Grab a BK's exclusive pre-made dinner and simply heat and serve. Don't forget to grab a free 32-ounce fountain drink when you fill up with 8 gallons or more of fuel and get a stamp on a BK's frequent fueler card toward a free pizza. BK's, quick, delicious, and local.
SBC. 1 minute, 49 seconds to go in this game. South Sevier ahead, 43-40. This is a big possession for the Rams. They get a bucket here, they'll go up by 2 possessions. Left side, here's Macy Parsons. Comes back around to the right wing. Macy cuts in, bounces over to Chisholm, loses the basketball. Ball's loose. Looks like Chisholm able to come up with it, but another timeout taken as Chisholm was trapped in the corner, couldn't get out of it. So Stuart Hepworth forced to take another. We'll take one with him. 1:28 on the clock. Back in a minute.
The management and employees of Robbins.
Your customer service representative, and I am your local advantage.
Mike Barker, plant maintenance and repair.
I'm Micah Iverson, Director of Broadcast Operations for ETV Channel 10.
We are your local advantage.
We are your local advantage.
We are your local advantage.
Emory Telecom, your neighbors serving you by providing convenient local customer service centers where you need them in Price, Orangeville, and Moab. Emory Telecom, your local advantage.
At Wingers, we got tired of people thinking of us as just a wing joint. So we're changing our name to Wingers Roadhouse Grill. And to celebrate, we are now offering our new Fast Finger Lunch. You'll get an endless salad, our world's famous sticky fingers, steak fries, and a soft drink. It's all endless, and it's only $8.99. The Fast Finger Lunch. Salad, sticky fingers, fries, and a drink. Only $8.99, and only at Wingers Roadhouse Grill.
Live play-by-play coverage of local high school sports.
KSBC. Welcome back to the Sevier Valley Center. 1:27 to play. South Sevier on the inbound has the basketball up by 3. Shante Dustin around the court. Dumps it off to Parsons, left corner. Parsons with the dribble. Comes up top now. Gets a screen. Defense covers her. Parsons stops on the right wing. Hands off to Chisholm. Chisholm top of the court. Comes all the way around. Loses the ball. Out of bounds. It's going to be South Sevier. Nope. South Sevier basketball. Whew. Well, that's touched by the Wildcats. Reedhead got a finger on it, I guess.
Know about that.
I guess that's what happened.
Yeah.
So it's South Sevier, a little inbound in front of their own bench. Parsons goes up top, able to find Dustin. Clock hits a minute. Can South Sevier hold on to this slim 3-point lead to Parsons? Up top now, 55 seconds. They're going to hold the basketball. Now Shante drives in, goes back to Chisholm. They're just going to dribble around the 3-point line, take as much time off the clock as they can. Down low in the corner is Parsons. Parsons comes back up top, 40 seconds to go. Rams fill up by 3. Parsons in the paint, foul. And that's going to stop the clock at 38 seconds and do 1-on-1 shooting with only 38 seconds left.
Well, I'll tell you, if they can hit foul shots right now, they're going to make it very difficult on South Summit.
19 fouls for South Summit, so everything from here on out is going to be double. Foul check brought to you by Hometown Realty. Big ones for Parsons. Missed it. No good. South Summit on the rebound. Big opportunity for South Summit. Rams in a big defensive stop with 32 seconds to play. To the elbow. Bounce. Drive. Jumper for 2 is no good. South Sevier rebound. Dustin gets the board. She sprints down the court. This is going to slow things up. 21 seconds. 18 seconds. Chisholm is going to be fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Big shots for Chisholm with 17 seconds to play. Back in 30 seconds.
Livestockman. Look up synonyms for knowledgeable and reliable livestock hauling in the dictionary, and you'll find Gurney Trucking right on top as expected. Next, you'll find Neckover brand gooseneck livestock trailers, and then a footnote. Footnote says Gurney Trucking sells Neckover gooseneck trailers, so the livestock hauler has one source for
Centricom High-Speed Internet presents things you wish would happen faster. Your kids getting ready in the morning. The workday. And payday. At Centricom, we can't make payday come any faster, but when it does come, we can help you manage that money faster with high-speed internet service. We can't make the workday faster, but we can make it easier with blazing speeds for the office. And as for the shower, Yeah, good luck with that. Visit Centricom.com for more information. With Centricom, everything works better.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
Hometown people, hometown spirit.
The City of Monroe is proud to have its own power company and to support South Sevier athletics. Monroe City Power delivers nice, bright lights for every South Sevier athletic event at home. Having a public power company enables Monroe City to provide community improvements that could not be afforded otherwise, while keeping rates down at the same time. The City of Monroe and Monroe City Electric Department are proud of their South Sevier Rams and wish them well in all endeavors.
You're listening to Utah Sports Leader,
KSBC. Braille Chisholm comes up big, hits both free throws. It was a South Summit timeout. That's the extended break, 12 seconds. Rams up by 5. 3 up and good by South Summit. Holy cow.
They put the points on the wrong team over there.
45-43 with 8 seconds. That cut the lead to 2. South Summit nailed that. Timeout taken by South Summit at 4. We'll be back in a minute.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking in Salina has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking's Big Blue trucks are recognizable throughout the Intermountain West, hauling products that keep this country running. Barney Trucking is honored to be a part of Central Utah and supports our local schools and community. When you're out on the roads, remember to drive safely. Barney Trucking of Salina, proud to support the high school teams this season.
Dr. Richard and the staff at Chisholm Family Dentistry are proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and wish the team good luck in today's game. Chisholm Family Dentistry has been serving the community with quality care for years. The dedicated doctors and staff are eager to serve the dental care of you and your family. Call Chisholm Family Dentistry today at 527-3555. Chisholm Family Dentistry will give you something to smile about. Call 527-3555. Chisholm Family Dentistry will give you something to smile about. Good luck.
South Sevier Rams on the inbound play get the basketball. They're able to find Dustin, and Dustin down the court. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and Dustin is fouled. Dustin goes to the line. Rams up by 2. Clock is stopped at 5.3. 2 shots coming for Dustin. She's going to hit the first.
If she hits this one, this game is over.
It'll make it a 2-possession game if Dustin can make one more, and only 5.3 on the clock. And the Rams will escape with this one. It's up, no good. Still a 3-point game, 4 seconds.
Foul
South
right
Summit
here.
down the court. Here they go. Curtis, 3 at the buzzer. Good! They made, no, it's a 2. They're going to say it's a 2. It's over. 46-45. Her feet were on the line. It's over. 46-45, and the Rams somehow hold on to win. It was a jumper taken from the corner, but they'll say it was a 2. Her foot was on the glass. South Sevier wins 46-45. They're going to the semis tomorrow. Well, what a way to end.
Tough break for South Summit. The girls hit 2 long shots in the corner. Just got a foot on the line there.
We're going to take a 2-minute break. Make this a 3-minute break. Back after this.
By now, you've heard all